On this episode of We Stand Corrected, we need to talk about it.
Yep. We're finally tackling the plague of the highways, back roads, and grocery store parking lots.
People who don't use their turn signals.
You know the ones. They're just float across 3 lanes like they're the main character in Fast and Clueless.
Or how about when you're in a dedicated turn lane and the car in front of you, nope, they go straight.
Bro, you had one job. A big wide arrow on the pavement and everything.
And let's not forget the green light philosophers, the ones turning right, who for some reason yield to the person turning left across traffic like they're in some sort of weird traffic trust fall.
It's like, sir, you have the right of way. It's not a trap. Just go.
Join us as we break down the psychology of the blinkerless decode of mystery of the lane confused and offer heartfelt thoughts to anyone waiting behind a generous right turn martyr.
It's road rage meets therapy. It's We Stand Corrected. Turn signals and turn offs.
Streaming now.
Streaming wherever you get your podcast. Use your blinker and hit play.
Kurtis and Joe on the mic, let's go. Got questions, they got answers. Fly low skies, the world rides. Ride with us. Two friends in sync, but never the same. Correcting each other, no shame in the game. Laugh, learn, explore, the world's connected. Truth and fun, we stand corrected. Oh, we got that vibe, you're gonna get hooked. Facts and feels with a twist in the book. Tune in now, it's unexpected. Welcome to the pod, we stand corrected. Ooh, we got that vibe, you're gonna get hooked. Facts and feels with a twist in the book. Tune in now, it's unexpected. Welcome to the pod, we stand corrected.
Episode 34, Season 3, man, we are finally back. We're going strong.
Are we going or have we been?
I don't know. I guess we're getting still going. I don't know.
All right.
We've taken a long break here.
Well, as long as the gone's been going and the going gets gone, then hell, we're doing all right.
Hell, we're doing all right. Ain't that right? Well, what are we getting corrected on today about, buddy?
Well, we talked a little bit last time about our vacation we took on the Freedom of the Seas, and
a 3-part series.
Yeah, it was it was a 10-day trip, really. I know you weren't there for all 10, but
I was there
still,
for 9.
A week and a half. I'd say it was a trip worthy of a couple episodes.
3 episodes.
A few episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, and so I guess we're going to get corrected on this Freedom of the Seas today because, it was a big, beautiful boat.
It really was, man. I was blown away with how meticulous to detail they are with that. From how clean everything is to how well organized it was. It was fantastic.
No, it was great, and I think we may have compared it a little bit to my first experience with Carnival, and I thought Carnival it's a good first experience, but this,
took it up a notch.
Yeah, and I knew it would after that, just being on Carnival, and Carnival was fun. Sorry, Carnival, but I don't see myself cruising with anybody else from here on out.
I would have to agree. It would be hard for me to want to go with anyone else because I would be so afraid that I could be disappointed if I did.
Yeah, so let's just break it down from beginning to end. What do you think? So,
sure.
We walked in, we went right to our muster. I don't know, and it was pretty easy to find.
Like, from the time we were going there to the time we were done, it was maybe a 5-minute process.
Oh, dude, the check-in process, so simple. And mine was early, and I got there, and they were like, dude, you don't even got to worry about your check-in time. Just go.
Yeah, exactly. From the time we got out of the Uber at the terminal to the time we were on the ship was maybe 15 minutes at the most.
Yeah, and when we were walking up to the terminal, they had, I don't know, they probably had 50 people sitting down because they were waiting for the first group to go through, which was your group because I got there behind you and I watched you walk through. I snapped a photo of the big guy as he's standing over there grabbing his shit. And I snapped him a photo, and I go, check this out. And he didn't even get the photo. And there's this big green-hatted dome, the same green hat he's wearing.
Hey, you know, I gotta stay loyal to the green clover hat.
And I sent him this picture of him, and he didn't say anything back. And I'm like, what an asshole. Doesn't even... It turns out days later...
I was blinded by the lights when I got on there, dude. I was looking. I just took a glance at it and went, well, "What the hell's that? That's cool."
Yeah, because he was talking about how his key pass was so spectacular, and I was like, "Dude, I walked in right behind you. Like we made it the same time."
You know, but it wasn't all about getting on the ship first. It was the whole. It wasn't about the convenience. It was more about the service.
The key pass, or just Royal Caribbean?
The key pass. I mean, Royal Caribbean is very service-oriented, but the Key Pass takes it up a little bit more as far as the, I don't know, you're treated like first class, even if it's just a little bit.
Even if you're down in the bunkers in a ocean view room, treated like first class.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what I liked about it.
Yeah.
Not like those bougie people that, you know, buy a balcony and a suite, like a presidential suite on the ship, like some celebrity.
Hey, you go big or you go home, baby. Mr. Key Pass, if you didn't spend your money on the Key Pass, you could have had a balcony. All right.
No. Hey, I tried. There was no more left. You booked the last one up, took it out from under me.
My man was trying to bid on him on the very end. I called him up one day and I was like, hey, have you seen your app lately? I'm like, they're taking bids on higher up rooms. I was like, you should put in a bid. He goes, all right, I'll check it out. I put in a bid for like kind 50 extra bucks.
No, I did 200. You know, it's kind of cool though that they do that. So in Royal Caribbean, you can do what's called Royal Up, and you can put pretty much any amount of money you want to bid on an upgrade. So, like, let's say Bougie Joe here decides at the last second that he can't go on the trip. They'll go, oh, well, who's going to pay the second most? And then it's a good way to get an upgrade of a room for a pretty good price.
Yeah, no, they had some good suites in there too. I was like, ooh, maybe. Would it be worth it? Yeah, I don't know.
You know, the thing to me, though, is it's like we hardly spent any time in our room. That's the only thing that would be a deal breaker. If I was going to do a suite, I would want to make sure I was like spending at least some time in there every day.
Yeah. No, I agree. We didn't spend a lot of time, but it's nice to be at your balcony, especially like when you're doing the sailaways on all of them. Because I mean, like I got some nice videos and views of like the symphony when we were at Coco Cay, sailing off and then blowing the horn, and I mean that's a cool experience. Yeah, the next one. How'd you know?
Lucky guess.
Lucky guess. So yeah, there's some pros. Like you get to sit out in the middle of the night, watch the sunset. You can watch the sunrise. You can look at a full moon. It's quite nice.
You know, I saw a lot of full moons on that pool deck. I can tell you that. I don't think I've ever seen so many bare asses in my life.
Hey, we're probably lucky it wasn't an all-adult cruise.
You know, I can see why that kind of stuff goes on those, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah. Kurtis made some good friends.
I made some good friends. I watched Joe make some good friends. Over and over again. Hey,
what can I say? So, one thing I wish that we both checked out was that helicopter pad. I really am in regret about that.
Yeah, me too. That would have been a sweet spot, like when we were pulling out of Miami.
I forgot all about that, and I saw some videos back on TikTok after we got back, and I went, oh my God, I can't believe I forgot about this.
You know, but there's so much going on when that's all happening. There's so much to watch and so much to do. It's like,
yeah.
So it's got to take a back burner.
Well, and anyways, on that helicopter pad, I mean, it is a front row view to everything.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't go there.
No, because it's on the 4th level, and like I never went to the 4th level. The only people that go to the 4th level are the smokers.
Yeah.
And I think, is there a running track down there? I didn't go because I forgot all about it.
I'm not sure if there's
No, the
one
running
either.
track was up top above the pool.
Yeah.
But that's the people that go down there, and there's seats all the way around. It goes all the way around the ship. And then there's a big opening at the very front. And, man, I was so disappointed we forgot about that.
You know, if you're going to do that, it has to be a priority.
Yeah.
Like,
So
you
next
have
time-
I mean, you better be like, hey, we got to make this a thing to get up there for sail away.
Yeah, or just any sail away. I mean, it doesn't... Because, I don't know, I like the people watch on the sail away from the deck and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Because they put on a good show
Yeah.
up there, you know. And
Yeah. I mean, and it's, I would, you may argue to say, but I would say it's probably was some of the best people watching I think I've ever done in my entire life.
Oh, our whole trip was nothing but people watching. So, but, I mean, I wanted to be up on the top deck watching that sail away party. And, I mean, we both went up there and we sat down and we sat across on the side to watch all the other ships sail out. So, I mean, we're watching the sail away, but we're also seeing every other ship go by, right?
Yeah,
Which was
and-
also really cool because you're up top, you're watching them do their thing down below, but then you got the best views. You got the video screen, you got the pool, you got the other big ass ships that are just going by and they're blowing their horn.
It's unbelievable. I mean, like, I think it's fascinating to me. Like, you think of a skyscraper in New York City laying down on its side in the water. That is how big these ships are. I mean, when we were coming out of Miami, we're going past Miami Beach, past South Beach, and there's 10, 12-story buildings. And from the deck that we were on, I could see the roof of those buildings. The ship dwarfed them like they were nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, and I got curious, and I was like, well, how much water do these boats need to actually float? It's not much. Like, it's like
How much is it?
25 feet of water at the minimum.
Wow. That's
And you're-
not as much as you would think.
And how many tons was that ship? It was our ship, Freedom of the Seas. It was
Like 155,000 tons or something.
And just to be in 25 feet of water, just to make it
Yeah.
float.
You know, 4,500 people on board, just guests. That's not even including the crew. I mean,
Yeah.
it literally is a floating city.
So, I mean, it's unbelievable. And I know they put out probably a ton of pollution, and they're probably terrible for the environment, but I think they've came a long way with the newer ones, just saying.
Well, it was pretty dang good for my environment.
Hey, it definitely was, because I've already booked the next one.
He did. Joe one-upped me. He called me tonight. I booked it. I just booked it. And you're doing Western Caribbean?
Western Caribbean this time, so I'm going to stay out of the Bahamas, and we're going to go down through Mexico,
Where all does it go?
Cozumel, Puerto Maya, I think, and
Okay.
Honduras.
Honduras. Cozumel's
Yes.
cool. We stayed there once. The snorkeling there is fantastic. If you get a chance to do that, I would definitely recommend that.
We're going to do something, because that's what, my child was asking about.
Nice.
So her first question was, is your daughter going? And I was like, I don't know. I will ask.
You know, we're gonna look at it and sharply consider it. It was funny because my wife, she wasn't big on the cruising thing, and we did this one, and I was talking to Joe earlier today, and I said, I caught my wife looking at cruises on her phone last night. I thought, okay, well, this might be something that we do, if not every year, every couple years.
Yeah. Well, and I got to looking, and they released a whole bunch of Western Caribbean cruises that I could not find after we got back. And I was like, this one popped up. And I'm like, it's 7 nights, and it's just as cheap as what we went on, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, 7 nights, that's a long time. And 4 nights is perfect.
It's a long time.
But
It's a long time. But, there's...
it's the 4th biggest ship in the world.
Yeah, I think it'll be a different experience for you. Every ship's got its character too.
My daughter goes, "Is that the one with the big slide?" And I was like, "That's the one."
Nice.
Because we saw that ship at Coco Cay. That was that other ship that was next to ours.
Yeah, and our ship at one point was the biggest ship in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And parked next to that, ours looked like you could put two of them inside of that other one.
Yeah. Ours was huge, and then we parked next to this one, and it was gigantic.
And the Symphony of the Seas, because I've researched them all a little bit, knowing me. Symphony of the Seas actually has 8 separate neighborhoods on it. It has a central park. It has a boardwalk. It even has a merry-go-round on the damn thing.
It's got a central park, a boardwalk. I saw that because when I was picking my balcony, I was like, "Where do you want to stay? Central Park, boardwalk." I can't even remember. There were like 4 ocean view.
You like how he says that? When I was picking my balcony.
Well, Mr. Bougie had to run the key pass, which also
I'm starting to
cost him
think maybe you're wishing you would have done the key pass.
Hell no,
you keep bringing it up. I'm thinking maybe you regret it.
No, the reason I keep bringing it up is because you go Mr. Bougie, and here I am, Mr. Under Armour, right here, my $15 shirt, my $10 headphones, and my $40 microphone. And just wait, I'll come in with a 4K camera next week. You watch.
I know you will. I know you'll probably get one of them fancy friggin' cameras like they have in a movie studio.
I'll be podcasting from underwater. In Cozumel. You keep it up, okay?
You should do. I hope you do.
So, yeah, when I was picking my balcony,
us folks down on deck too, slumming it up with a window view.
You could have got it. You spent $500 on that key pass. You could have got a suite.
I couldn't.
You could have got a suite.
I couldn't. You took the last one out from under me. Booked it.
No, I did not.
Had to upgrade it the last second.
I was going to get an ocean view, and then I upgraded for like $100.
We had to be down in steerage.
Yeah, you got to listen to the engines. How was it down there, by the way? Let's talk about that.
It wasn't bad at all. I mean,
I didn't get invited.
You could hear a little bit of a hum, but it wasn't anything that bothered. Honestly, I thought it was kind of nice. It was like some white noise.
Did they have the steel doors that would come down just in case, we hit an iceberg?
Yeah, like on Titanic. Titanic in the boiler room? No.
Oh, okay.
No, there was none of that. It was nice.
You had free reign coming out.
We never felt any vibrations from the engine like we did at the one night in the promenade, and it was quiet. I mean, it was you didn't even realize you're on a ship most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and I didn't get invited down there, so I didn't get to see it. According to you, you had bunk beds and cuck chairs, and
yeah, we did. They had so for my daughter's bed, they had a bed that came down out of the ceiling, and she was all excited about that. And honestly, it made her day. Like every time we were in the room, she was up in that damn thing.
Yeah, I didn't get invited.
You gotta when you're down in steerage, you gotta have bunk beds so there's more room for activities. Yeah, not to quote a particular movie with Will Ferrell, but
Curtis got invited to the old balcony. He got to see the balcony, and
just because Joe felt sorry for me.
Next time, got to get me one of these.
Next time I will. I'll just have to book it early before Joe takes it away from me.
Tell me about your dinner with your key pass.
It was good, man.
It wasn't a dinner; it was a lunch, right?
Yeah, it was an early lunch. But you go into they have a restaurant on the ship called Chops Grill, and the lunch was a menu off of that. So,
was that next to the Windjammer? As you walk into
it was in the main dining room.
Oh, there was another steakhouse right in the Windjammer.
Yeah, I can't remember what that one was.
I thought that was
there was one. There was like an Italian restaurant in there, and there's so many things on those ships.
Yeah,
but it was good, man. My wife had filet mignon, and I got a steak burger, and Amelia had. What did Amelia? Amelia had a steak burger. We had really good shrimp cocktails, and it was like a 3-course meal.
Yeah, he got his bougie meal right there.
It was bougie, man. There's like 6 different types of silverware and tablecloths. I mean, the dude came up and put our napkins in our laps for us and pulled our chairs out. It was fancy.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll say our room was nice. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to write home about. I mean,
it's, what I was telling somebody earlier, it's picture a hotel room and then scale it down twice.
For size, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to kind of like walk to the side to get by people. But, I mean, the balcony's a nice place to chill if you use it. I didn't get an ocean view for the next round, so I'm more curious to see, looking down in the middle, like that promenade where we were hanging out. Like, because remember, we sat at that bar together. What was the name? Bull and Boar?
The Bull and Bears.
Bull and Bears. And remember, we were sitting there, but we were out in, like, the open hallway area. I don't know what you call that.
They set it up. I mean, it's like it's got to feel like you're sitting you're at a patio cafe in a town is what it feels like.
And there's a band playing inside, and you can go in. There's a bar laid out, and you can order food, I think, in there. I don't know if you can order food, but we're sitting on the outside, and we're just people watching, and we got our drinks there. Remember, we're sitting on that table, and our drinks just start going. They start shaking like this the whole time, and we're like,
you could feel them throttling up that big engine.
Yeah, yeah. They were putting down the fourth engine, just like in Titanic.
When we
putting it down.
When we left Coco Cay that day, they were cooking it.
Well, we left like an hour late. They had to.
Yeah, I mean, they kicked it in the ass that night, man. You probably could have water skied behind that thing.
We watched Symphony of the Seas go long gone when we were supposed to be with them, and it's 6:00, and I'm like, why are we still here? And in my room, the announcements weren't coming through.
Yeah, ours weren't very good either. I think their speaker system was broken. We had to open the door to hear them.
Yeah, and so that was one of the things I was disappointed in, because like in Carnival, like all the announcements would come into your room, and I don't know if it was because they were broken. So I had no idea that there was like some kind of maintenance happening or anything like that. You could hear the beep go off, but I thought it was on Symphony, like because they were right next to us. This concludes part 1 of Freedom of the Seas. Stay tuned for part 2 as Joe and Curtis continue their exploration of Freedom of the Seas. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for riding with Kurtis and Joe. From mountain highs to tales on the go. You laughed, you learned, you stayed connected. Catch you next time, we stand corrected. Thanks for riding with Kurtis and Joe. From mountain highs to tales on the go. You laughed, you learned, you stayed connected. Catch you next time, we stand corrected. Thanks for riding with Kurtis and Joe. From mountain highs to tales on the go. You laughed, you learned, you stayed connected. Catch you next time, we stand corrected.